What's up guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Now guys, want us to watch this showdown between Jamaica and United States, whereby really Jamaica came out and really shocked the world. So let's all watch this clash and then I'll come back with more comment. I'm your host, Team Global. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. And thank you so much for my returning viewers who always coming back and watching my video. So let's all watch this clash and then I'll come back with more comment.
USA. Good crowd here as usual, over 40,000. Getting a little bit warmer as the day has gone on. Temperatures in the 50s. And in lane 6, as promised, Team USA.
We see Brianna Nelson here as the leadoff leg. This is her first appearance at Penn Relays as an emerging elite. Last year she was here as part of Texas's winning team on the 4x4 at Penn Relays.
And right next to them in lane 7, as you would expect, Jamaica.
Interesting team here. Day, Hall, Leroy, and McPherson. Three of these young ladies were part of the 4x400 meters last year at the Commonwealth Games that brought home the gold medal. So Jamaica is contending in the 4x4 relay.
Take a look at the lane assignments. We saw Team USA in lane 6 and Jamaica in 7. For more on the two-time Olympic gold medalists who will be running the anchor leg for the USA women here in the 4x4, let's go on the field and check in with Carolyn.
Paul, in speaking with USA head coach Dennis Mitchell, it really becomes clear just how invaluable veteran leadership is to this team to guide the next generation of great runners who are starting to bloom. And he told me he's so confident in a leader like Dee Dee Trotter that he can literally say at practice, 4x4 girls, go over there, Dee Dee, and turn his back and know that she's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to motivate them. She's going to help the girls get comfortable in the system. And he said, you know, the same goes for Justin Gatlin with the 4x1. These veterans, Wallace Spearman among them, are with the young athletes all the way into the call room before a race when Mitchell isn't there. He told me he simply could not think of trading that kind of leadership.
Dee Dee Trotter is really an inspirational athlete, and I got to speak to her yesterday as well, and I've run with her for quite a few years. And she's rebranding herself and really running for the people for the next couple years. She's really excited about sharing her gift and her talent with the world in a way that's different than the way she's done it in the past.
What's the best thing about her as a runner that you noticed, not only as a fan watching her, but you said that you've run with her and trained with her as well?
She is a very intense athlete. She's not going to give up. No matter what happens and what position she hands that stick off of, it's still going to be a race when Dee Dee Trotter gets that stick as the anchor leg.
And when you get to age 32, what sort of talents can you rely on at that point? As you, maybe the body not quite what it used to be, but hopefully the mind sharper than ever.
Well, you're smarter, and your work ethic is just as strong as it was when you were a young athlete, and that's where I think she has the advantage. She knows exactly what she needs to do to be successful at that level.
The first young lady in lanes all the way, the second young lady who run that turn in lanes, and then break for the ball.
Nike women's 4x400 meters. Dee Dee Trotter will be running the anchor leg. USA, either red or the blue team, has won this event each of the last 15 years. Running the lead off for Team USA, Brianna Nelson. The youngest of the four running for Team USA, 22, an All-American at the University of Texas last year.
Christine Day from Jamaica is really putting in an outstanding run. We'll see if we can't get a split on her.
Christine Day, outstanding job for Jamaica. Hands off to Patricia Hall with Jamaica well in the lead.
Patricia's also 32 years old, so she's going to be running from a place of experience.
Patricia, 2006 All-American while running at the University of Tennessee. And running in the lead here in the second leg of the Nike women's 4x400 meters.
In second place from Canada, that's Fawn Dorr. She was an All-American while at Penn State in the 400-meter hurdles. She's been here many times as a collegiate athlete running that 4x4 relay.
Jamaica in first, Canada in second, and Team USA in third.
Well, that's little Shapri Romero, formerly from the University of Arizona. She didn't even know if she'd run competitively in college till Fred Harvey got his hands on her. She turned out to be an outstanding college runner. Excellent second leg for Shapri Romero from the USA team.
Anastasia Leroy from Jamaica, age 27, in the lead. And Janelle Hayes, just behind for Team USA. Canada has slipped back to third place.
Well, Jamaica has a lot of experience. The ages of these athletes, 28, 32, 27. You know, when you're around that long, you run in a lot of races, so they certainly are the more experienced bunch out there.
So for Jamaica, Stephanie Ann McPherson running the final leg, starts out in the lead, just ahead, comfortably ahead of Dee Trotter.
Dee Trotter for the U.S.
Keep an eye on Dee Trotter's last 200 meters. Dee tends to chill at the beginning of the race, but really build at the end, and nobody closes like Dee. Dee can close on the best of them, like Sanya Richards-Ross and Francina McCrory. Just watch her tempo and watch her rhythm as she comes down the home stretch.
Stephanie Ann McPherson holding on to the lead right now for Jamaica. You see what Dee Trotter can do coming down the home stretch.
Dee said her training's been going well, and she's looking to put down a good race here.
Too much of a lead for Jamaica, though. Stephanie Ann McPherson cruises. Jamaica cruises to the win in the Nike Women's 4x4.
For this final of the 4x100 meters relay, we saw drama in the heats yesterday, trying to get the baton round. You see, this is at the second changeover point, so from the back straight into the bend. And here's the Canadian team, going to be led off by Savannah Blair into Diana Proctor, Odiaza and Tedger. For the Swiss team, Timea Rankel into Leah Thalman, Chloe Rabak and Alicia Massini. And the Jamaican team, so slick with their baton changes yesterday. Shnoya Michaela Douglas leading off into Aliyah Baker, Brianna Campbell and Ilana Reed bringing it home. For the US team, this is Jade Brown leading them off. She will hand to Santera James, Avery Lewis and Taylor Schneer bringing it home. Alexandra Stoilova will lead off the Australian quartet, handing the baton to Tori Lewis, silver medalist in the 200 yesterday, Olivia Rose Inkster and Jessica Milat. And for the Puerto Rican team, Legne Echevarria, handing into Frances Colon, Amanda Andino and Karina Franceschi. For the Ukrainian team, this is Anna Karandakova. We'll hand it over to Diana Miroshenko, Yuliana Stepaniuk and Alina Kishkina. The Polish team, Olivia Zimolag, she will hand over to Klaudia Kristatek, Inga Kanitska and Jagoda Zukowska. Baton changes so crucial. It was a good start for the US team. They are blazing around, trying to make up the ground on the Jamaican team outside of them into the first changeover. Good changeover for the Jamaicans. A little bit sticky on the Americans. That enabled the Australians to get back into the competition on their inside. Here's this changeover. Again, great changeover from the Jamaicans. A good changeover and better, I think, from the Americans. Swiss team are also right up in there. This is where the Jamaicans were ahead at this point yesterday. And the American runner's gone too soon. That puts the Australian team in the lead, but Alana Reid, a look across, puts it into full throttle charging for that line and brings home that gold medal for Jamaica. It is the Swiss team celebrating a bronze medal performance courtesy of the baton exchange on that final exchange for the American team. We get another look at that. That is Avery Lewis coming in to hand the baton to Taylor Schneider. I think it might have been that Taylor Schneider went a little bit too soon. There is the result. It was a gold medal performance for Jamaica. Australian taking the silver, and the Swiss team, and you can see what it means to them to take that bronze medal.
When you watch an Olympic or World Championships senior relay 4x1, you have to remember that they train all year round as a squad together. These have qualified in the last few weeks and have maybe only trained together since they got into Lima. So it's a little bit rough and ready at times, and the checkpoints and the takeoffs also betray a little bit of nerves of youth, don't they? I think when we watched the USA on this last leg, that's what happened.
Yeah,
went too soon.
I think we are also hearing that there is a changeover under review for the Australian team at the moment as well. We did see yesterday just how well the Jamaicans did exchange the baton here, so you can see the outgoing US athlete Taylor Schneider does go a little bit too soon there, and she has to stop, break down, don't exchange the baton in time. That exchange was good there for Australia, and for Jamaica, extremely slick. Swiss chasing hard at this point. I don't think they could believe their luck, but Alana Reid really away clear, has time for a look across just to check who is there for company inside. And it was the Australians in that silver medal position.
The Australian handover was this one. I think it was way long. Oh no, it's the second one. It's 2 to 3. There's a bit of a juggle here as well. They'll laugh about it in future years, but not tonight.
They really won't tonight. So smile. It was a little bit of a taunting look almost, isn't it, across from Reid, Alana Reid there. She knew that she had it. So just to have a look here, this is that baton change of Australia that was being looked at. You can see they need to exchange that before they get to the yellow line. That is the yellow line now hidden behind the caption. And no, they are across that yellow line before they exchange the baton. It has to be in the hand of the outgoing runner, doesn't it? So it has touched her hand there. They're struggling for it.
Jamaica expected to put out a fabulous time here. Nelson, White, Birchall, McGregor, their squad. Scotland, they will be quick as well. Singapore and India, and the Indian squad with their tails up. Who knows what they can do? On paper, they may qualify, but frankly, with the advantage of some fabulous results bolstering their spirits this morning by other members of their team, we may see India outperform themselves here. So, the Jamaicans, lead-off athlete, that's Nelson, just adjusting her blocks. England took gold 4 years ago on the Gold Coast ahead of Jamaica, and Nigeria in third.
Well, they're still going through their preparations. So let's return our attention to this hammer competition. Meanwhile, the women getting ready for the first of the two semi-finals, top three in each going through to the big showdown.
Well, Jamaica were champions in Scotland in 2014 in those wonderfully organised games in Glasgow, but beaten by England. Bit of an upset that 4 years ago. They'll want to get back on the top of the rostrum, but first they must get that baton round these four athletes. Baton speed is critical. The changeovers need to be smooth, and you can quite often in relays get a squad of moderate talents defeating a squad of super talents if the changeovers are strong. If you can maintain baton speed through keeping it really smooth changeovers, then you can quite often get some rather strange results. Here's the lead-off athlete for the India, Chand. She'll hand over to Das, then Nanda and Iraji. On the outside, they can focus on their own job. The Indian record, 43.37. Singapore go in lane 6. Pereira will hand over to Zaini, then Chandran and Liu.
In lane 5,
Scotland, always good carriers of the baton at the Commonwealth Games. Matheson, Rees, Malone and Spence, their quartet. The Jamaicans, well, they start as favourites here, surely, with Nelson, White, Birchall and McGregor making up their foursome. Their national record, 41.02.
In 3, Azapadi, Richard, Sifuna and Wingfield.
Here is the Maltese quartet, and the lead-off runner, Azapadi. She'll hand over to Richard, Skikluna and Wingfield. And then the Maldives on the inside with Hussein, Mohammed, Hassan and Mohammed again, making up their foursome.
The first 3 automatically make the final, plus the next 2 fastest across the 2 hits.
Well, the second fastest time ever is by Jamaica. That was last year at the Olympic Games, 41.02. Only the USA have ever gone under 41 seconds. Anything down in the low 42s is very, very crisp. In fact, only Jamaica have been down there. The Scottish record, for example, 44.35. The Scottish best this season, 44.35. The first of 2 heats in the women's 4x100 metres. Then the first 3 teams go through by right to tomorrow's final. Maldives in 2, Malta 3, Jamaica going 4 in the yellow, Scotland in 5, Singapore 6, India 7. Away they go, and already Jamaica making up ground on Scotland. Centre of picked at Jamaica, almost up alongside Matheson of Scotland. It's been a brilliant leg from Nelson. A safe changeover, not a fast changeover from the Jamaicans. The Scots pretty much matched them, but down the back straight, the second leg runner from Jamaica moving really well at the moment. That is White, she hands over. That was a good changeover from the Jamaicans. Scotland in second, going really well. On the outside, India going pretty well too. It's Jamaica from India at the moment. India having a really good run here. Their backs are up as Jamaica taken over on the final leg. Down the home straight, looking really strong. It's McGregor now, storming away with this. That's an 8 or 9 metre winning margin. India comfortably second, Scotland in third, and a really close battle for the 4th places there, but 43.66 by Jamaica there. Well, it was a safe squad that got it round well enough. Let's hope there are no red flags and that all the changeovers were good for every team. But that was a huge winning margin and an equally huge gap behind India, Rob.
Yes, Scotland getting the best of that battle for the 3rd spot. Wingfield was finishing very quickly for Malta on the anchor leg. The Indians had a very sluggish changeover from 3rd to anchor, but how well did they go down the back straight? They've taken second. Scotland have gone through by a couple of tenths of a second. Singapore and Malta very, very close behind, but we will see the Scottish quartet in the final. The Jamaicans are so good. They've got such a great reputation. The Olympic champions, the silver medalists in Eugene, gold in Glasgow, and they've got Elaine Thompson-Herah, who they can draft into the final. Not a bad name to add to the list, a 4-time individual Olympic champion.
Yeah, Thompson-Herah has looked superb all week, hasn't she? Getting fitter all the time. That was a safe changeover from the Indians on the outside. I expected a little more from Scotland. I thought they'd be closer to India, that's for sure. But look at this changeover from Scotland. Oh, awful changeover, final changeover there from Scotland. Looked to me like the outgoing runner went off a little bit early for them. That was Spence. Indeed, they're only just ahead of Singapore, and you'd expect from a world rule squad like the Scots a bigger margin. But they are through safely. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, so
Jamaica,
good, the
India
Jamaicans.
and Scotland.
So good, the Jamaicans. You could see Spence coming under a little bit of pressure there for that third spot with the fast finish of Wingfield from Malta. Watch this last changeover for the Indians, just on the left of picture. Took them a while. Can't quite see her, and also, as you said, it was a little bit sluggish from the Scots, but poetry in motion, the Jamaican quartet, and they will be smarting after finishing second to the United States in Eugene. But despite the fact that we've got great teams going in the second of the heats, England as the defending champions, the Jamaicans would surely line up as the joint favourites at least.
And England, well, they've swapped victories at the Commonwealth Games with Jamaica.
Hello guys, welcome back. I hope you have really watched that very amazing clash between Jamaica and United States. I normally say that we have in races, we have these two giants in track and field, because United States also has the speed war. They also have the sprinters like the Noah Lyles, like Shagari and whatever. But when you just come in terms of the powerhouse of the track and field, it's always Jamaica. Jamaica has the powerhouse of the track and field, and it has really winning these races for so many years. I cannot count, but I know that Jamaica has been winning track and field races for over 50 years. So this was the showdown races between the Jamaica and United States, and we all know that Jamaica has been won that race. The first race, it was a tough competition between Jamaica and the United States, but Jamaica really came out and win that race with a gold. They really strike a gold. And also the second race was also a Jamaica. It was a relay whereby the Alana Reid, the Douglas and whatever, they really participated that race. And wherever you see the Alana Reid in a race, that is a race to watch. You cannot really miss that race from the Alana Reid. And Alana Reid really came out and also strike the gold and made the world really in shock. And one thing I love Jamaica is how about the anchor leg final. Anchor leg, they really finishes with and really anchor leg. You can just look the space and you can look the third leg, how they really have that speed. That speed is insane. I normally say that it's really an insane speed that you can really, it's unbelievable. You cannot imagine the speed from these youngsters and also those upcoming one. And I've been really watching these races for so many years, and I'm very admired really to go to Jamaica and having that time with these track and field races. You Jamaicans, you must now come in comment section and tell us how your top secrets, because I know that Jamaica has its own training school. When you just go to schools, they have those nurturing the talents, and that's academy, and that's how the Jamaica I'm talking about. But one thing also I love Jamaica is about the competition. They like the healthy competition, and that competition during the character games, I've been watching the character games so many years, and Jamaica has been winning those races. Imagine, and when you just see somebody like Tia and Tina Clinton, you can just imagine these people really came from the schools. Like Tia really started running while she was around 9 years. Imagine you are 9 years and you started running. That is the Jamaica I'm talking about. And somebody commented in a video that really even if you can just put a Jamaican baby in the line, he will or she will have a gold. And that is the confidence I have to Jamaicans. Jamaicans also about confidence, because majority of people really asking, how can you really recognize a Jamaican? You can recognize a Jamaican through confidence. Jamaica through confidence. And when you just come in track and field, look the finishing line, that anchor leg, and also when you just come in 200 or 300, 200, 100 meters dash and whatever, Jamaica has also winning over races. And when I'm talking about the track and field, I'm meaning 400 meters, 400 meters, 200 meters, and 100 meters relay. That is the Jamaica I'm talking about. So guys, I want to hear from the comment section about this video, how we really view this video. I'll bring this video to you guys because of your request. Majority of you really telling Team Global just bring us the track and field. That is my request. And thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video. And my returning viewers, I big up guys. I really love you. I really love you all for always coming back and watching my video. I'm your host, Team Tessie Reaction. If you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like, and also comment. Bye for now. See you in the next video.